Okay, hello there everyone, and thank you so much for clicking again this video. And yes, again, my name is Teacher CJ, so you can call me CJ-Ssaem or Teacher CJ or Ma'am CJ. And yes, for today we are going to talk about Music 7, lesson number 1 or module 2, lesson number 1, and it's all about the vocal and instrumental music of Lowland of Luzon. And we are going to have our focus on the different musical element or characteristics of music. Come on, let's get started.
Okay, so again, we have Music 7, first quarter, Module 2, lesson number 1, vocal and instrumental music of Lowland of Luzon. Now, let us continue. Let us have first the content standard and the performance standard. Okay, content standard. The learner demonstrates understanding of the musical characteristics of representative music from the lowlands of Luzon. Performance standard. The learner performs music of the lowlands with appropriate pitch, rhythm, expression, and style. Okay, for the learning competency, we have the learner analyzes the musical elements of some lowland vocal and instrumental music selections, MU7 LUIA2. Objectives at the end of this lesson, the learner should be able to letter A, get familiarized with different musical elements or different musical characteristics. Letter B, identify the different musical symbols present in some of the music selections from the lowlands of Luzon. Letter C, appreciate the use of musical symbols. Okay, now let's get it on. Let us have this one first. Identify the following musical symbols. Number 1, what do you think this one is? What kind of note is this? Very good. This is an 8th note. Number 2, this is not a hashtag. Great. Sharp. Okay, number 3. Great. This one is a G-clef. Number 4. Very good. Staff. Number 5. We are not in a math class. Okay, time signature. This is for an example of time signature. Number 6. Good. This is a whole note. Okay, next one. Number 7. This is not a hat. Great. This one is a half arrest. Number 8. Very good. Bass clef. Number 9. Greater than, lesser than. Again, we are not in a math class. So this one is, yes, crescendo. Okay, number 10. Very good. This is fortissimo. Okay, so this all, okay, we have here this one 8th note, sharp, G clef, staff, time signature, whole note, okay, half arrest, bass clef, crescendo, and fortissimo. So these are all the musical symbols that we usually see in a notation sheet like this. Okay, so if you want to learn how to play the guitar or play the piano or any other instruments with a notation sheet, you have to get familiarized with the different musical symbols. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, wait. As you can see here, we have here MF. Okay, later we are going to know the meaning of that. We have the time signature here. Again, what is the time signature of Santa Clara? Yes, very good. We have 3/4 or triple meter. We studied that last time. And then the key signature we have here, sharp. Yes, we have here the G clef. Okay, and then we have here the eighth note. All right, and we are going to learn more about them later. Okay, but first I want you to listen to this one. Yes. So this is a cover of Santa Clara. Yes. Nung Pino. Yes, 3-4, right? Yes, there you go. Okay, so that is Santa Clara. Now, let us talk about the different elements of music or the different characteristics of music. Let us have number one, rhythm. Rhythm is the element of time in music. So when you clap your hands or when you tap your feet into the beat of the music, like like that, or whenever you hear music and then you clap your hands or tap your feet, then you are keeping into the rhythm of music, or you are keeping into the beat of music. Okay, so rhythm is the element of time in music, and there are several important aspects of rhythm. The first one, we have duration, how long a sound or silence lasts. Okay, and then we have tempo, the speed of the music. Is it like fast? Is it slow? Is it moderately slow? Moderately fast? Okay, so we have actually different terminologies that we use in describing the tempo of the music. Okay, so let's see. So we have here lento. Lento, like slowly, very slow, okay? And then largo, slow and stately. Adagio, leisurely. Andante, at a walking pace. Okay, allegro, fast. Vivace, lively. Presto, very quickly, very fast. Okay, so those are the terminologies, or those are the terms that we use to describe the different tempos in music. Okay, now let us continue. Now, and then another one, another aspect of rhythm that we have to understand is the time signature. Okay, I already explained this to you a while ago, and also I think last time. Okay, also known as meter signature. Remember, we have duple, triple meter, and quadruple meter. Okay, so time signature is a numerical sign after the key signature. The key signature meaning the sharp or the flat. Okay, after G clef. Can you still remember G clef? All right. So again, a numerical sign after the key signature to specify how many bits or pulses are there in each measure. Okay, in each measure. All right, now let's see. Okay, so we have here, for example, we have 4, 4. Okay, 4. The upper number indicates how many bits are there in every measure. And the lower number here indicates the kind of note that gets one beat. Okay, so for example here, we have 1/4 note is equivalent to 1 bit or 1 count. So in double meter, we have 2 4 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, we already talked about this last time. Okay, and then for triple meter, we have 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. For quadruple meter, it's like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, so that's it for time signature. Now, again, remember, first element of music, we have rhythm. Under rhythm, we have three aspects. Okay, what are those? Duration, tempo, and time signature. Okay, the next element of music we have dynamics. Okay, for dynamics, dynamics refers to loudness and softness of music, like loudness and softness of music. Okay, so it refers to how loud or how soft music is. Okay, so we have here different dynamics, and that you can see in your notation sheet. Okay, so we have PPP for pianissimo. Okay, Italian word for that to describe the dynamics. Okay, so pianissimo means very, very soft. It's like whisper. Okay, and then PP means pianissimo. Pianissimo is like this, very soft. Okay, it's almost that it's hardly you can hear the sound hardly. Okay, very soft, very soft. Okay, now we have here piano. Piano is like this, soft. Okay, piano sounds like this, soft. Okay, so you can hear that, but a little soft. And for MP, we have mezzo piano, moderately soft, like this. MF, mezzo forte, it's moderately loud. F forte is loud. FF fortissimo is very loud, and FFF fortissimo very, very loud. Okay, so usually we just see P, F, or P, M, P, F, and FF. Okay, so piano sounds like this. Okay, mezzo piano. Okay, then we have forte. Then we have fortissimo. Again, piano, mezzo piano. And then we have forte. We have fortissimo. Okay, do you see the difference? All right, now let us continue. So again, that's dynamics. Number two, another thing that we have to know about dynamics is or the crescendo and the crescendo. Okay, crescendo, as you can see here, okay, it means like soft, gradually louder. So the space between the line gets bigger because at first it's soft and then gradually gets louder. Okay, so it's like, okay, again, when we say crescendo, it's like gradually louder. Okay, and then the crescendo, it's the vice versa. So from loud sound or from the louder sound to softer sound, from the loud sound to soft sound, or loud music to soft music. So, okay, so that is the crescendo. All right, understood? Now let us move on to the third element of music. For the third element of music, we have the timbre. Okay, the quality of the sound or the tone color, the characteristic that allows us to distinguish between one instrument and another, or from female voice to male voice. So the reason why this is the characteristic that helps us to distinguish what we hear. Do we hear like the piano instrument or the guitar? Do we hear a male voice or a female voice? Do we hear a bass drum or a bass drum or a bass guitar? Okay, so that's the tone, color, or the quality of sound. It's the timbre. Okay, number four, The texture refers to relationships among the various notes in a musical composition, both as they sound together, vertical texture, and one after another. So we have different textures of music. Monophonic texture, music consisting of one single voice part, so pure alto or pure bass or pure soprano. Okay, performing in unison, in unity, okay, without accompaniment of any kind, without instruments. That is monophonic texture. When we say homophonic texture, music in one voice part, again, alto or soprano or just bass, okay, with or we just bajo, with just accompaniment, okay, with instruments or with instrumental music. Okay, and when we say polyphonic texture, music with more than one voice part. So that comes the blending with the alto and soprano singing together. Okay. Now let us continue. Let us move on to the next one. We have here the melody. Melody, it's the tune. As simple as that. Okay, the tune that you hear. So each melody has a unique contour and range. And here comes the pitches. Okay, like the sound of the lowness or the highness of sound. Okay, so when we say pitch, can you still remember pitch? Okay, pitch refers to the highness or to the lowness of note. Okay, so each melody has a unique contour. It sometimes goes up and then goes down. So that's melody. How the music goes up and goes down, then that is your melody. And it's also called a theme. Like, for example, you listen to music and then you don't know what the movie is all about, but you hear the music, and I think that's Walt Disney. That's the theme of Walt Disney. I think that's the theme of a scary movie, something like that. Okay, or the theme of Tom and Jerry. Okay, that's I think that's comical theme. I think it's funny. It's because of the melody. When you hear the melody, when you hear the tune, you know when it's scary, when it's all about fantasy, when it's all about comedy. Okay, so that's the tune, the melody. Okay, then the next one we have the harmony. It is the sound of two or more notes heard simultaneously. Harmony actually completes the music. Why? Because when you hear only the tune, it sounds like boring. Okay, when you hear only the pitch, it sounds like boring. Okay, harmony completes it because harmony is something like the blending of the music. Okay, yeah, it is the sound of two or more notes heard simultaneously. Okay, so the blending. A good example of this is the choir. When you listen to a choir, you don't hear only one note, but you hear a lot of notes or different notes simultaneously together, okay, at the same time. Okay, so yeah, when we listen to a choir or when you sing in a choir, okay, one of the things that they have is harmony. Okay, blending of their voices, blending of the notes, and it sounds really good. Okay, now next. The last one we have the musical form. So it is the large scale form of a musical composition. So we have actually two kinds of musical form. We have the vocal music and the instrumental music. So when we say vocal music, it is usually written to a text to be sung by the human voice, either with instrumental accompaniment or a cappella. So when we say again vocal music with vocal line, okay, Okay. So, and when we say instrumental music, from the word instrumental, played by one or more instruments with no vocal line, with no voice heard, okay? With no one singing, okay? With no lyrics. All right? So, instrumental music. Okay, so how about you? What do you like listening to more? Do you like listening to vocal music or instrumental music? Me, sometimes I like listening to instrumental music, especially when I'm about to go to sleep. Do you have questions? So, again, we have seven elements of music. Now, let's summarize, okay? So, the elements of music are again rhythm, dynamics, timbre, texture, melody, harmony, musical form. Okay? Learning the elements made me understand and appreciate more. Okay? Vocal music is written and usually vocal music is written usually to a text to be sung by the human voice, either with instrumental accompaniment or a cappella. Instrumental music, on the other hand, is played by one or more instruments with no vocal line. Okay, the music that I have listened to is a reflection of our Philippine culture. Okay, so the music that I will let you listen to for the following activities, okay, are actually a reflection of your or our Philippine culture. Okay? So, do you have questions? If yes, then you can jot down your comments below or you can type your comments below. But first, let us answer these questions. Okay, number one, this element of music refers to the tune of the music and also considered as the theme of music. What do you call this element of music? Okay, let us see. Yes, very good. That is melody. Okay, next, number two. It's the characteristic of music that allows us to distinguish between one instrument and another, or female voice and male voice. Let's see. Okay, great. Number. All right, number three, and the last one. Singing with a choir reminds us of blank, the element or the element of music that refers to the sound of two or more notes heard simultaneously. Okay, let us see. Very good. That is harmony. Okay, do you have questions? Did you get three correct answers? Great if you did. Okay, so again, it's time for us to say goodbye. So thank you so much for clicking this video again, and I hope that you learned something again from this video lesson. So if you haven't subscribed yet, then click subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell so that you'll get updated whenever I upload videos like this. So thank you so much, and again, let's continue to learn while having fun. Goodbye.